You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report, Flash Report.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report, Flash Report. Coming at the Pel Nation, what's up? What's going on? I'm Big Q chiming in on this edition of the Pelican post-game report. Please hit the subscribe button if you aren't a member of the Pelican Nation. Join the flock. That's right, join the flock by hitting the subscribe button. Also, feel free to hit the notification bell as well as to share the show on your social media feed. Now, in this episode of the Pelican post-game report, Flash Report, I'm going to go over an article right here written by Aaron Kellerstrass, and I'm going to see about getting this guy on the show eventually. But New Orleans Pelicans rumors, Pels are most likely to land Beal in the trade. Let's go over this. And according to this article, it's written that according to the NBA executives, the New Orleans Pelicans are front runners to land Bradley Beal. Now, the Pelicans could be the team to make a trade for Bradley Beal if and when the Wizards superstar becomes available. This was first reported in The Ringer, who asked NBA executives about Bradley Beal. And what was said was, and I'm gonna highlight this, quote, "This weekend, I asked 14 front office executives which team come to mind as a sleeper for a blockbuster deal. 6 of the executives responded with the Pelicans, 3 said the Heat, 2 said the Knicks, and the Mavericks, Nuggets, Spurs, each got 1 vote. Now, the New Orleans Pelicans, that's end quote, the New Orleans Pelicans have started the season 4-5 despite very strong play from Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and Steven Adams. Now they're 4-6. The defense has been improved, but the offense has not. It's been terrible, largely due to cold shooting from the bench, and of course, they're looking at Lonzo Ball. Now, the Pelicans are likely to win now and have assets to go after Beal. So what would a trade look like? And as you can see, this is the trade that he's proposing, is that the Wizards get Lonzo Ball, JJ Redick, Nicolo Melli, and of course, several first-round draft picks from the Pelicans for simply Bradley Beal. Now, how do you guys like that? You know, a lot of people on the show, they like Lonzo Ball. Listen, Lonzo's struggling a bit. His defense has picked up, his shoot not so much. And I think they're not using Lonzo Ball as effectively as they could use him. He's not a spot-up shooter type dude. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a facilitator that plays toward his strengths. But, you know, they're not asking him to do as much as that as you see Brandon Ingram bringing up the ball in many cases, and the offense is starting to flow through him, and then of course Zion Williamson, and that's how it's going. So Lonzo's trying to figure out where he fits into that scheme. Some adjustments definitely need to be made to take more advantage of Lonzo Ball's natural strengths while he improves upon other strengths that are not really natural to him. Not saying that the young kid could not learn a new way to play, but you can get a lot more out of the player if you can utilize his strengths to the team's advantages. Another guy on there, JJ Redick, who's been very hot and cold as of late. He's been on a slump. He's done a lot better against the Clippers recently, you know, and of course he has 1 year left on that deal. And I don't see the Pelicans bringing JJ Redick back next year anyway. And of course, Nicolo Melli, who, you know, I'm cool with anybody trade him. And of course, 4 first-round draft picks, which will be this year's, the 2023, the 2025, and the 2027 picks for Bradley Beal. Now, I do like Bradley Beal. You know, I do like him a lot. He has an injury concern of mine. His contract is rather massive. And how would he look there? He's a straight scorer, man. He would definitely bring that extra scoring punch to that Pelican offense. But this is a bit too much to give up the land of Bradley Beal, in my opinion. I mean, and of course, could we possibly have a cheaper, more higher ceiling guy in the future with NAW there? How would that play? Because you seen he lit the Clippers up for 37 last night. So would that be a smarter move to just simply develop NAW as opposed to offload 4 first-round draft picks? JJ Redick is on a 1 year deal, and of course, according to reports and everything that we heard from JJ Redick, he's more inclined to probably end up going somewhere to chase a championship ring. Nicolo Melli really he's not really good defensively, and he's struggling offensively. You know, that's an easy call. But Lonzo Ball, a lot of people believe that Lonzo don't have a future with the Pelicans anyway. So it's a mixed bag here. I like Lonzo. I think they're not utilizing his strengths as well as they could. And of course, that's too many first round draft picks for Bradley Beal. But anyway, let's get to the rest of the article. The Pelicans would obviously have to dig deep into a horde of draft picks, but who cares? According to the writer, they would still have picks in all of those years. They could use so many rookies. The question is not about the draft picks. It's about the combination of players the Wizards will want in return. Do they want young prospects, expiring contracts? As long as Zion and Ingram aren't involved, the Pels should be willing to maintain any combination of players, meaning that anybody is on the trade wagon. And that's true. Eric Bledsoe is on there, and whether we like it or not, it could possibly Lonzo Ball could be on there. He's an attractive piece to a lot of teams out there that's willing to do some things. And truth be told, if you look at what the Pelicans did in the draft this year, simply by picking up Kira Lewis Jr., they had several other draft picks they could have used as well to build this team. If not drop by draft via the draft with young prospects, they could also have used those picks to move and get personnel pieces that can come in here and pretty much subjugate the bench, or bring in veterans that can shoot off the bench, bring in bigs that can hustle and play defense. They could have done that. We kind of plan into the future. We get in this. Remember what happened to Cleveland Browns several years ago when the guy was just stockpiling first round draft picks, but the team was falling through the flow. Remember that? Well, anyway, I'm not going to say we're that extreme with it, but Lonzo, there's questions about whether Lonzo is going to stay or whether the Pelicans are going to pay Lonzo, depending on what the market demands of him coming up next year. JJ Redick, in my opinion, is probably going to chase a ring, and Nico Melli is really struggling really horrifically. I don't want to surrender that many draft picks, and besides, I do like Bradley Beal, but do we already have that ultimate scorer who can be a cheaper rate in NAW, who is a former first round draft pick in his own right, who is trying to show the Pelicans brass that, hey, I can play this game. I'm 6'7". I'm still growing here. I can shoot the ball, and if you paired him with whether it's Lonzo Ball who's running the point or whether it's Bledsoe, who cares? Whoever's running the point there, although I would like to see if it's Lonzo, because you want to see if he would develop into the type of player that you ultimately wanted to keep with Ingram and Zion Williamson. But you look at, running those two guys together, that does provide a real offensive punch for the Pelicans, and then they will have to situate and find out what they would need to do off the bench. Now, of course, that means that you get Eric Bledsoe, JJ Redick, Josh Hart, which finds a pretty good little three off the bench, a veteran three off the bench, and those guys play pretty tough, which, Bledsoe, Redick, and Hart, those are nice three off the bench. And then of course Jackson is there. You just have to find another four to play there, and I don't think it's Nico Melli. Hopefully we can be able to cultivate one of the other bigs, Wenyen Gabriel, who's behind trying to catch up. Maybe somebody like Willie Hernan Gomez, who can get an opportunity to shine. He most certainly can't do any worse than what Nico Melli does. But anyway, this is the interesting trade that a lot of the people are saying, and it is rumored that the interest from dealing with executives, this is where this is coming from, asked about NBA executives who have the word on the street to a degree of which players are on the market and which team have an interest in those players. And for 14 people that were asked about it, almost half of those executives threw the Pelicans up there against Bradley Beal. So it'll be interesting to see if that works, because Ball, Redick, Nico Melli, and 4 first round draft picks. I know a lot of people would say, yeah, Q, we can do that. Or maybe Q, we can do it. Let them take 2 first round draft picks. Not so many, not three or four, but 2 for the move. I can hear people saying that. And of course, there are a lot of Lonzo Ball fans say, whatever, let's take Ball out of there and put Bledsoe in there and send him for Beal. How you feel about that one? So it's a lot of different variations of this that can go down. But anyway, that'll do it for this special report. I'd like to thank all of you guys for chiming in on this installment of the Pelican Postgame Report Flash Report, entitled New Orleans Pelicans Rumors. Pels are most likely to land Beal in a trade. So I'd like to thank you guys for dropping by for this Flash Report, the Pelican Postgame Report. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and share the show on your social media feed. Join the flock, and don't flock around with the Pelican Post Game Report. We in the building. I'm Big Q, and I'll holler at you later. Go Pels.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.